Oh shit, we're live, Randy.
We're
Hey everybody.
live.
Hey Mickey G. Hey Keith. Oh man, I'm feeling like shit. How about you?
Oh, I am.
Mentally, physically, and emotionally.
I could go to bed for a little while down right now. So,
Yeah, for the people listening at home, we're both sick, Randy and I. Randy's come down with some shit his whole family has, and so have I. I've been dealing with a sinus infection, which I think now getting flu-like symptoms, so it's not cool. And you know
Mm-mm.
why I'm run down, Randy? Do you know who I blame?
Who?
John fucking Cena.
I'm with you on that.
He broke
Little
my heart. He
dirtbag
broke our
bastard.
hearts.
He's a little dirtbag bastard.
This was so for the people listening at home. Today is the 8th of March. 1 week ago today, on the 1st of March, something truly awful happened in the world of professional wrestling. Something that hurt me to my soul personally.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through that night, Randy, because at the time, see, I didn't watch it live because I was
Oh, I
busy
did.
doing this. But you were in the chat last week, and you were
Yeah.
talking about how you were watching Elimination Chamber
Mm-hmm.
and you watched the whole thing unfold live. So what were your emotions? What were your thoughts going through this whole thing?
Well, first of all, I was already in tears because Damian Priest wasn't going to win.
Oh
So,
man.
and he got put out by that punk ass Logan Paul. But when we got down to the end, I was like, okay, we're going to be doing something weird because I kind of knew something was going to happen because your last three were Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and um, John Cena. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so what we got going here? I mean, what's going to happen? And then of course, Seth Rollins just gets taken out with a GTS, and then as he's leaving, he decides to put a stomp on, you know, uh, on CM Punk, and then next thing you know, you got John Cena locking in the STF on him, and literally just you could see the pictures later on. He was just choking, literally choked the life out of CM Punk, pretty much. Yeah, Mickey. CM Punk came back probably a little over a year ago now to the WWE. That is,
Something truly awful happened, guys.
yeah.
John Cena used to be a hero of ours. We
Mm-hmm.
both looked up to him. We both respected him.
Yep.
You know, John Cena, legitimately, a truly good man.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work for a lot of these Make-A-Wish kids.
Oh yeah.
According to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they actually stated outright that John Cena, by far, out of all the celebrities who participate in the
Mm-hmm.
Make-A-Wish Foundation, all the celebrities and athletes, that John Cena is the most active. He's the
Oh,
most giving with
by a
his
long shot.
time by a long shot. They say it's like up to like 1,000 kids he's visited. Dude, that's a full-time job on top of being a pro wrestler and a movie
Oh yeah.
star and an actor and all these other business ventures and going back and forth to China and learning Chinese, by the way. John
Mm-hmm.
Cena was a great man,
Yeah.
doing a lot of good for a lot of kids.
Yeah. And look at those kids he's there with right
Look at
now.
how happy they are.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And he's doing, yeah, like legitimately too. Like no joke. I mean, he did a lot of work for a lot of
Yep.
like really sick
Went out of his
kids.
way. Really went
Went
out of his way
way
for him.
out of his way. And the foundation was like, yeah, of all the athletes and celebrities, he did the most. And that's really benevolent of him, truly.
Yep.
But then, just like Jesus Christ, he
He's tempted.
experienced temptation, Randy.
Yes, he experienced temptation, and I watched it live as he was tempted. And I just don't get it one way or the other. They could talk to me about it all they want. How do you go from this happy-go-lucky cheerleader-looking dude to what we got? You know what I mean?
Look at how good this man is, and look at how
Yeah,
happy those children are.
yeah. Those kids are happy as crud right there.
And you know what could only corrupt a soul as pure as this man's?
Yeah, there's only one.
Hollywood.
Yeah, 100%.
You see, we all know that Cena, he left the WWE to go to Hollywood, just like The Rock. right? We've all seen his movies, right, Randy? You've seen some of his movies.
Which one? Cena?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of his movies. Don't ever make me watch the second Suicide Squad ever again because his Peacemaker sucks. Okay.
I guess like screw Hollywood, bunch of pedos. Yeah, Hollywood is a cesspit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a den of sin and just breeding ground for satanic activity. And the
Yep.
reason why Randy and I are doing this show today is because
Mhm.
we mean to bring to light the true possibility, nay, I say, potential reality that John Cena, the man known as being so pure, could truly
Yeah.
have been corrupted by the infernal satanic forces of Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. The Rock, his movies ain't much better most of the time, but yeah,
I
I
like
did
that
like.
Jumanji movie, though.
Yeah, Jumanji was actually funny as you know what. So the
Yeah.
first one, second one, not so much. But
It was kind of like they were recycling the jokes.
well, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But hey, you throw Aquafina in there, and I'm all over that. That girl's funny. I don't care. That girl is funny.
Really?
Aquafina, yeah,
Really?
that girl's funny. We can do a whole other show about that later. We argue about who's funny and who's not. All right.
Sinfully's like, don't hate on me, but I never liked Cena. You know what? I would have hated on you until last week.
Yeah.
Sinfully, until John Cena broke our hearts. And now
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. By the way, I liked Peacemaker. It was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best, but it was okay.
I mean, the show was better than the movie was. I mean, but here's the parallel. Remember in the movie, he turned evil at the end of that too. Remember? He was the guy setting them up from the get-go.
I guess he was always kind of evil, though.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sounds like
he was into Suicide Squad.
Yep.
Actually, you know what, though? That movie had it had its moments.
It did. Only because I like
moments.
Idris Elba. I really like Idris Elba in anything he's in pretty much. So
yeah, I think what happened to John Cena was that this pure man went over to Hollywood, and what did Hollywood make him do? Hollywood made him debase himself. He was humiliated in front of the world, paraded naked like that out there, like some kind of clown in front of the Oscars.
Meat. That's all they wanted. They wanted him out there as a piece of meat so they could ogle all over him and laugh at him and all that jazz. And
yeah. I remember when all that shit with China came out, like he was like supporting Taiwan, and then he had to go on social media and basically suck China's dick.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. I felt so bad for him because, again, he did so much good work for so many kids, and then Hollywood fucks him up, and then now he's got to bow down and kowtow to the Xi Jinping and the Chinese Communist Party, right?
Yeah.
And I think he was indeed corrupted by Hollywood, which is ruled by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Now I gotta ask this question though. Why'd you have to get the Black Adam version of that? Couldn't you got a better thing? Because that's one of his crappiest movies. So honestly,
yeah, but it's the only movie I could find where he's like sitting there like on a throne like a king.
Yeah, looking down on somebody.
Yeah,
okay, I can dig that then.
It makes sense. So yeah, it hurts my heart. I think that's the part of the reason why I got sick this week, Randy.
No, I can't say that's it but yeah, it just hurts. It hurts my heart. It makes me feel. Bless his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you that ain't from Texas, that's just saying he's moderately kind of.
So, before we go too deep into the things, Randy, lay for us out the background of what happened last week. Okay, let's start with what was before the Elimination Chamber happened, right?
Yeah.
John Cena comes out of retirement for one last go. Everyone's cheering him on because he's coming back from Hollywood.
Yeah. And, he's coming back. He came back for the Royal Rumble. He announced for the Royal Rumble a couple of months ago saying that he'd come back trying to pursue his retirement run. Okay. And, of course, everybody's on board. They're all happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gets into the the Rumble, and I'm immediately thinking, oh, he's going to win it because he got down to
Right.
the final two or whatever it was. He's going to win it, and then I'm going to have to deal with it again. I want somebody new, fresh face, something different, But I'm like, they're going to do this, and they're going to do it the easiest way possible, and then he gets eliminated. I'm like, oh crap, he's not going to WrestleMania yet. So
No, yeah, I
then
was surprised I thought he was going to win the Royal Rumble.
that's kind of where I thought they were going to go with it, and then he didn't. I was like, okay, how are they going to figure this out? But then we started getting into The Rock coming after Cody and wanting Cody's soul or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my goodness. And quite frankly, John Cena was an afterthought to me. We never heard him talk about anything again or hardly at all. And then all of a sudden, right before Elimination Chamber, he's added into the Elimination Chamber event. He didn't have to qualify.
John Cena is, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have to qualify on the qualifying matches. He didn't have to do any of that stuff. They just put him right in, which kind of didn't sit well with some of the other guys. But it was anybody that could beat Logan Paul. I'm like, as long as Cena's in there, I'm like, at least I know Logan Paul is not going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was nice to watch. Hey, Jason Finch. It was nice to watch John Cena beat up Logan Paul.
Yeah, it was fun watching that one.
So yes, John Cena does return to make his last attempt for number 17, title run number 17 at WrestleMania, and he does it by disappointingly losing the Royal Rumble, but then coming back and winning the Elimination Chamber by defeating CM Punk.
Yep.
And everyone's like, "Oh my God, holy shit! John Cena is going to go to WrestleMania and he's going to face off against the champion Cody." Now let's take a step back here and let's explain a bit to the people. Not everyone here is a wrestling fan.
Nope.
But who is Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes is the current WWE champion.
Yep.
Coming back from AEW. Right? Everyone knows him as the son of Dusty.
AEW.
Yeah.
He literally, without him, there is no AEW, honestly.
And they know him as the son of Dusty. Right?
Oh,
when Dusty passed away, the whole world mourned with him.
Yeah, 100%. Because Dusty freaking Rhodes. He was professional wrestling personified.
Right.
If there's two guys in the history of professional wrestling that people identified with more, you had Dusty Rhodes. I would say Ric Flair, but everybody nowadays knows Ric Flair. But when you're talking about the old school guys, when you saw him, you knew this dude was a wrestler, and you knew he was legit. You got Dusty Rhodes and you got Harley Race. Yeah.
And Dusty's a legend. And when Dusty passed away, the whole wrestling world was sad, especially Cody, because that's his son. And, he was a special. It's his father, right?
Yeah.
So the whole world mourned with him. Now, before we go any further, I do have to explain that back in WrestleMania 40, when Cody finally won the championship, the son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes, one of the gifts that he was presented by Triple H was the actual Rolex.
Yep.
That his dearly deceased father had pawned because at the time they were going through dire financial straits.
Yeah. Yep.
And Dusty wanted to help finance Cody's acting lessons. So in order to support his son, he sold his prized Rolex. Well, he pawned it. And as a gift and as a surprise, when Cody won the title at WrestleMania 40, the higher-ups at WWE, they actually purchased that Rolex and they gifted it to him.
Yeah, Nick Khan was one that actually found it for him, and kind of surprised me when they said they did that. Because I was like,
yeah, that's a really heartwarming story.
Well, yeah, you had to get the serial numbers and everything on it and everything to actually go find it. Everybody knows a Rolex is easily traceable, so they went and found it.
Yeah, his father's Rolex. It's a beautiful story. Yeah. He achieved a dream that his father never could by winning the WWE title. He honored his father's legacy, and as a reward, he got that Rolex back that his father sold for his son's acting lessons. What a beautiful story, Randy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Cody
and
Rhodes.
So you have a couple great things coming out, right? You had John Cena, who triumphantly came back and won the Elimination Chamber to face Cody. And now they're both good guys. They're both good men, decent men, and they're both good friends.
Yeah.
right? So at the end of John Cena's match, what does Cody do? He comes out to congratulate
Yeah,
John Cena.
because he knows what they've been hyping it all through the show. You know about he's going to have to give his answer to The Rock too. So let's go on out and see. You know.
Yeah. And everyone's so happy. It's a time of celebration. Oh, I miss Yokozuna also.
Oh, you ain't just kidding, Sin. That dude was a beast. If you, hey, quick side, real quick. If y'all get a chance to look at one of Lex Luger's little interviews he's done in the last couple of weeks, he actually talked about when he slammed Yokozuna in '93. Yeah. He said I was in cowboy boots. I couldn't get the footing to actually help get him up. Yokozuna essentially slammed himself to help Luger out.
Yeah.
I thought that was like that is cool that man would do that for him. You know what I mean? To help get him even further over. Sorry, I had to do a side because I saw it earlier in the week and I was like, "That's actually."
Oh no,
cool.
You're good. You're good. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, so Cody comes out to congratulate John Cena, who just won, right?
Yeah.
He just defeated CM Punk, but then who comes out? The King of Hollywood himself.
Yeah.
Who has been for these past few weeks? What has he been asking for, Randy?
Cody's
soul, right? And who does he come out with? None other than Travis Scott, Mr. Satanic ass bullshit himself.
Yeah,
Travis Scott.
You know, and like I said before, he looks like a cheap R-Truth ripoff there.
Yeah, remember this guy, folks? Remember a couple years back when he had that Astro World concert? And then all those people died, and people were accusing him of getting involved in some satanic shit. I mean, he's got little Satans on his T-shirt, and they think it was some kind of ritual. And this motherfucker all satanic and shit. He comes out with The Rock, the King of Hollywood. And Hollywood is known to be a hotbed of Satanism, Randy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Everyone, we've all heard the rumors, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
All the weird fucked up parties. All the weird pedo shit that goes on in Hollywood. You've heard the rumors. You know the conspiracy theories.
I mean, they probably went to the Viper Room together. Who knows?
Yeah. There's some weird shit going on in Hollywood. Besides, it's filled with, ew, Democrats. Ew. That's why it burned down, by the way, Randy. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. Ew, again.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm just fucking with Randy, folks. I'm not partisan, but
he already knows that I'm not either. I'm that poke a bear in the woods kind of guy. I'll poke both sides. I don't care.
But to be fair to them Dems, do make it easy to make fun of them though. So
yes, they do.
I will take the opportunity when I see it.
Then again,
anyway,
nowadays all of them do. So
yeah. Anyway, The Rock comes out, right, to face Cody. And what does he say? And he's got Travis Scott, this motherfucker by his side. It's a satanic ass dude, right?
Oh yeah.
And Hollywood's all satanic. And what does Rock do when he surprises Cody in the ring, when Cody goes to congratulate John Cena? He's all like, pledge to me your soul and I will be your brother.
Yep.
Right? Because these past weeks, right? Rock's been asking for Cody's soul. And he's offering him the world, right? Just like how the temptation of Jesus Christ, right? Satan's like, hey, man, if you pledge to me your allegiance, I got all this shit for you, homie. I got all these cities and riches.
Take care of you.
Yeah, you're going to be taken care of. And then The Rock was straight up like, I'll call you my brother. You'll be set for life. But if you say no, the dream dies, right? So what say you, Cody? He's legitimately offering him his friendship.
100%.
And then Cody says, I gave my soul. I already gave it away to this ring and to these people a long time ago.
Okay, so right here, though, look at the picture. Look at John Cena in the background. Almost like he can't believe he's not doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, John Cena at this time, he's cheering Cody on because they're boys.
He's a big cheerleader.
They're homies.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does Cody say? He screams it out in the middle of the live pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. Randy, when you heard that, what did you do? Because you saw that shit live.
Well, yeah, I thought, holy crap, WWE has really loosened the the strings here a little bit to let them go ahead and do that a little bit. Now that they're on, their PLEs or their premium line events are on Peacock. I'm surprised they let it get through, but I think they built this one toward more mature audience anyway.
Yeah. They're trying to get that streaming crowd. They're trying to get that 18 to 35 crowd, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And it's by adding in the curses. Now, don't get me wrong, they used to do them, not the F word, obviously, but they used to do it a lot on Monday nights, during the Attitude Era and stuff like that. And they used to get berated by people like Bruno Sammartino when he was still alive.
Yeah.
He's like, he wouldn't have nothing to do with them because he firmly felt that they should be worried about the youth and not putting crap out there like that, supposedly. But that was the biggest heyday in wrestling's history, really.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised because I wasn't ready for that. And when Cody yelled that out, like, go fuck yourself, I was like, oh, shit. They're letting it. They're not going to do it every time. But
no. It's got to have shock value. It's got to have the right shock value. Yeah, 100%. Which it really did. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm watching that idiot in the back there just kind of swaying back and forth. I'm like,
well, what's my man Travis Scott doing all this time? He literally takes out Sage. Literally takes out Sage and starts burning it in the corner. And he's like, doing all this shit all over him, like by his feet and everything. I'm like, what's going on with the Sage stuff? Oh shit. This is some satanic shit's about to go down, Randy.
Yes. And it looked like it too, didn't it?
Well, yeah, he was summoning some shit. I don't know what he was doing, or protecting himself from some evil entities. See, here's the thing. People listening, all y'all's in the chat, you might think that this is a pro wrestling show right now. No, this is actually a paranormal conspiracy theory episode, because I'm like, this is some satanic imagery right here, right?
Yes,
we've got Hollywood, and there's satanic shit going on there. You got Travis Scott, Mr. Satanic bullshit himself, and you've got John Cena, who's just been through the ringer, right? Who was once such a pure man, but then gets humiliated by Hollywood and now has to suck China's dick.
Yep.
What the fuck's going on here, Randy?
What's
going on?
It's the tendrils and the tentacles of Satan getting into the ring. I'm telling you.
It's corrupting. It's corrupting the ring.
It's starting to infiltrate at this point here, and you can see it. And the Sage is just helping to. Some people say, "Oh, this will ward it off." Looks to be like it's trying to bring it in.
Or he's trying to protect himself from whatever they've already summoned. That's my theory.
You think so? Well, it didn't help him.
Well, what happens right after that, right? John Cena brings it in. He's like, yo, bring it here, homie, right? He's like, oh, yeah you told him, right? Because Cody was like, go fuck yourself. And John Cena's like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yo, he told him. And then he goes in for the hug. And then his face changes.
Mm-hmm.
It went from smiles. And then he looks directly at The Rock.
Exactly. 100%.
And then what happens,
Look at
Randy?
the bearer of evil.
That's where it begins.
Yes. The bearer of evil then tells him.
And then The Rock looks at John Cena and does the throat slice, right?
Yep.
With the two fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? John Cena kicks him in the dick.
And he kicked him in the ding-ding.
The worst move.
Yeah.
The dirtiest move of all time.
Especially when especially after you give him a hug and you're backing away like, oh, buddy, bam.
How dare he?
Douchebag.
At that point, the whole crowd was like in shock, right? You see the looks on people's faces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It wasn't just a little bit. That caught so many people off guard, it was not even funny.
When you saw his face turn, turn like this, Randy, what were you thinking?
I literally sat up on the edge of my seat and said, they're not going to do what I think they're going to do. And sure enough,
The Rock gives him
if he gave him that, I was like, is he looking at Cena? And then it cut back because actually the Cena, they showed it the way it was shown, and the Rock's gesture was done before it cut to John Cena's face there. So I was like, is he doing that? And then when it cut to him, yeah.
He says, I don't mind creepy stuff in WWE but when playing with satanic shit, yeah, that's a bit much.
Yeah,
can open up some bad juju.
Bad mojo there, yeah.
Oh, it's already been opened up. I mean, look at Travis Scott here doing the Sage.
He's trying to keep it off.
It's been opened up. Now,
That's
kicking someone in the dick is pretty bad, Randy.
mm-hmm.
But then what does John Cena proceed to do? He proceeds to do probably the most depraved thing I've ever seen anyone do in a wrestling ring. Well, no, not the most depraved thing.
No, I was about to say, I've seen a lot.
The most depraved thing was probably smashing that grandma through the table by the Dudley Boys.
Oh, now that
No,
was
but
Mae
this,
Young, though. That was Mae Young. She's good.
this was depraved. Okay, because what does John Cena do? He takes Dusty's watch, right?
Yeah.
The same watch that they got for his deceased father to honor his memory. And what does John Cena do? He proceeds to wrap it around his knuckles and uses it as brass knuckles and beats the fuck out of Cody. Like beats the shit out of him with his father's
Not
Rolex.
just a little bit.
So he not only does he beat the shit out of Cody and betray him, but he dishonored his father's memory. Could you imagine hating someone so bad that you went to their deceased father's grave and pissed on it in front of them? That's literally what he did. That's depraved, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely got the sentiment across, though, didn't it?
That is absolutely sick.
Something had to have gotten into him to the point that he just went completely dark side, you know?
I think it was this moment at the Oscars.
It had to have been. It had to have been, because if that didn't stop kids from wanting to see him at Make-A-Wish, I don't know what would.
I think that broke his will. And then he sold his soul to The Rock because The Rock offered him something more, right?
Yeah.
The Rock was like, he sold his soul to The Rock, right? And John Cena was kind of hoping that Cody would join them as brothers. But when Cody rejected him, John Cena was like, he beats the shit out of him with his father's own watch.
Yeah. Cuts him up real good. And it was
he was bleeding all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Keith says, I would hope that was a replica watch. If not, the story writers are... What story? This is real life. And it's depravity.
No
it's
story.
satanic.
No
it's wrong. You've got people like Travis Scott up in here doing with them. Burning sage.
And when he's beating him with it, I mean, he's showing it to him too. You see it right there. He's showing it to him.
He's showing it to him, and then he's beating him in the face with it.
And Michael Cole made the wrong call on it.
He called it brass knuckles, but no.
I think it was Wade Barrett said, no, he's beating him with his own watch.
With his father's watch, remember?
Yeah. Well, Barrett didn't know that at the time. He just knew it was the watch that was on Cody at the time. So it held a lot more significance after the fact than it did then to Wade Barrett, especially. But to us, we know the story. We're like, okay, this is just pure evil incarnate now.
It's depraved.
Yeah.
So they lay out Cody, the three of them, the faces of evil. The Rock, John Cena, Travis Scott. They ripped Cody's shirt off. They beat the crap out of him. Cody's all bleeding. Look at John Cena with his foot on Cody's head.
Kind of proud, isn't he?
After dishonoring his father like that.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's not a cool thing to do at all. I mean, we don't know why he was burning sage. I don't know about that guy. I think he was probably brought stuff with him. I think he was probably one of the ones that brought the I shouldn't say insurrection, but brought the actual bad juju down with him and just infected everybody else. I think he did that.
So, hold on. Before we go any further, I think the conspiracy deepens, Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Because when John Cena beat CM Punk, walk the people through that match or the ending of that match. How exactly did John Cena beat CM Punk to win that match?
Well, that one was Cena kind of took advantage of a situation.
Okay.
Seth Rollins got eliminated by GTS by CM Punk. Before Rollins left, he gave a stomp to CM Punk. So CM Punk was already down, and John Cena hopped on with the STF. and then
Yep,
cinched it.
that's exactly what happened.
And
CM Punk was trying to get at.
quit.
Yep.
He didn't quit. He passed out, quote unquote.
Seth Rollins gets eliminated. He stomps Punk in the head as he's exiting the ring. Punk's all dazed, and then John Cena locks in the STF.
Yep, and you can see how he's got it cinched in right there, and that's the way it looked. I mean, now I used to watch, the old days of the STF was back when the Great Muta would do it. I mean, this was, Japanese wrestling in the late 80s, early 90s. And when he put it on, it looked like he was breaking the dude's leg in two,
Yeah.
Now you take somebody that outweighs like Muta by about 100 pounds, which is what Cena does. And Cena doesn't just lock it in. He hooks it in and then he flops down on the back of the person he's doing it to.
It's a devastating move.
Yeah, he literally puts his whole body weight down into the back, but not just laying down.
Cena's he's strong, man.
Oh, he's stupid.
That's
strong.
Another thing. Like you listen to these interviews with like Kane and Big Show and Mark Henry, and they're like, "Who's the strongest guy in the ring you ever were in the ring with?" And people were like, "Dude, John Cena is stupidly strong."
Yeah. In fact, Mark Henry said that in the 6 Feet Under podcast with the Undertaker. He said straight out. He said, "I never had a problem. I thought everybody might drop me. Now when Cena picked me up, he had me up, and he could carry me around and keep his footing underneath me. And I had no fear that he was going to drop me or hurt me."
Now, the reason why Randy and I brought up Seth Rollins, because what is Seth Rollins' symbols? What are the symbols that are associated with Seth Rollins, the former WWE champion? Look at his merch. Look at his T-shirt.
Yeah. Black craft cult.
He's got satanic imagery. What is this?
I don't know. Maybe he's part of the. Is he part of what's going on? Is that what's going on here?
Well, I mean, think about it. He's got like, it's hard to see right here, but he's got a Hail Satan shirt.
Yeah, and if you look the rest of that Hail Satan shirt down at the bottom, it's all done up in Ouija board format.
Yeah. This guy's got all the satanic imagery, and he is the one who allows CM Punk to lose the Elimination Chamber because he stomped on CM Punk right before John Cena locks in the STF. So he allows for John Cena's victory. And then, because of that, this shit happens. Could there be a connection with the satanic imagery here?
I'm beginning to think so.
The sage burning?
He drops Punk to set Cena up. You know what I mean? And now what's he going to be doing? He's going to be taking care of CM Punk probably at WrestleMania while the other two go finish off Cody.
Right.
Oh man, no.
This is dark, man. There's some darkness going on in the WWE, Randy.
I'm with Nemo. I'm with Nemo. I feel more betrayed now than even when Hogan became Hollywood Hogan,
Keith asked a good question. Keith asks, Randy, do you think someone is going to come help Cody? Maybe an older wrestler from the Attitude Era?
Yeah.
That's the question, right? Because now there's a satanic shit going on for the main event at WrestleMania, right? Cody's all alone. He refused to sell his soul. He's got John Cena and The Rock up against him. How does he stand a chance against that?
I have no
combination.
He's
John Cena and The Rock.
He's got to get somebody on his side.
Help.
Yes.
Who could it be, Randy?
His question was about would it be an Attitude Era bunch, and I'm just thinking to myself, I was like, well,
we need someone. We need a hero.
Well, the thing is though, you talk about Attitude Era bunch, and obviously your mind goes to Stone Cold right off the bat.
Right. Could Stone Cold Steve Austin be that force for the light, for good?
Okay.
To wipe out the infernal satanic forces from the hollowed rings of the WWE, Randy?
He already did that with the Undertaker and the Ministry way long time ago. So I would bet money that he's probably the way he acts and stuff. And if you've not seen his character before, this dude only does stuff that he wants. Okay, if it's going to benefit him.
Look at what Tennessee Ridge Runner said. He said, I would love to see the Undertaker come in and help Cody. Could the Undertaker be the one to save the day? I mean, I
I would
mean,
think
ever since
it
he
could.
retired, you've listened to his podcast. He's come
Yeah.
out as Christian. He's all for Christ now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and the thing is though, he could come and help, but he already helped him last year. Why would he come back now?
There's another name, though. Another person who could be the instrument of justice and goodness.
Okay.
Could CM Punk get his revenge?
He would have to do it after probably, and I hate to say it like this, he's probably gonna have to do it after a probably show stealing match with Seth Rollins.
You saw that promo he gave on Monday Night Raw the next
Oh
night, or
yeah.
that Monday,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he tore
He
into
was
that.
not happy with Johnny.
No.
He's never had no kind words for The Rock to start with, so I'm still not I don't think he's the one. I don't think he's the one.
You know who
I
I
still
think
think
could be the one?
who's that?
Someone else who has gone to Hollywood but has
Yeah.
remained untouched by their impurities and their iniquities. Who has remained a pure soul.
Samoa Joe?
Who has even gained the respect of other actors for being a good actor. Dave Bautista.
I'm afraid though, if Dave Bautista decided to come back, he'd get broken in two.
They got all skinny now.
Yeah, he all skinny now, and I mean he could probably put it all back on, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, not so. No, I like Nemo's saying, "Hey, I didn't even think about that. We need a superhero, the Hurricane. The Hurricane would be good, but Shane Helms ain't going to come back to do that." So,
who was the one that you suggested? Remember, you suggested a different person.
Oh, I told you straight out. There's only one person because Cena's going for number 17 to break the man's record. So, who's the one to put a stop to that? The man himself. You bring him back. Not to wrestle, not to do anything, but to screw Cena out of number 17.
The King of Woo.
The King of Woo.
Yeah, the King of Woo. So, who do you guys want to see the one to bring true justice, right? Divine justice to represent not the devil stuff, but the heavenly stuff, right?
And please don't say Sid Justice because Sid's dead. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If he shows up, we're really not watching anymore. Okay?
I'm personally hoping for Stone Cold.
It'd be interesting, but once again, he's got a completely replaced knee now, so he's 60 years old. So.
Oh, true that. Well, so is the Undertaker. Well, he's getting there.
Yeah, but he's had several years off. Both of them had several years off actually now, so they're not going to get in there and do stupid stuff to start with. I mean, as an enforcer type thing, maybe, but they're not going to get in there and run the ropes anymore. They're just not going to do it. Undertaker, especially. I mean, he's even said it on his podcast. He said the dead man gimmick is gone. He will never bring that back. He put that down and it's done. If he ever comes back, it's going to be like he's done the last 2 times as American Badass. So,
or maybe he's doing that as a swerve.
It could be. If I hear the gong and I see an urn, I might mark out.
Or maybe he comes out in all white to be like an angel, like the avenging angel, because there's all this satanic shit going on in the WWE now, and it needs to be cleansed, Randy. It needs to be cleansed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They could do that. I mean, I guess you could bring Goldberg too, but I saw that in the chat too. But quite frankly, I've never been the biggest Goldberg fan to start with. So just the only reason I say that is because he kind of sloppy a lot of times. And if anybody saw the match him and the Undertaker did in Saudi Arabia, you'll understand he's well past his prime. If you don't have somebody that can make him look good.
No, after that travesty in Saudi Arabia, fuck no.
Yeah, no. He needs to stay on the sidelines. I mean, it's one-off thing to spear somebody and get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, do it.
Cena stands in the ring, arena goes dark, fire erupts, and Kane comes up and through the ring and drags John down.
Now that would be a cool sight. That would be you want to go to hell? Let's show you what hell really is. That would be cool.
Yeah. Retribution. Anyway, yeah. Any final thoughts or words, Randy, before we kill it?
Well, we've seen a lot of good ideas out there, and like I said,
Yeah.
I just can't believe the evil has infiltrated into him because that dude
I mean, the
was
evil.
a pillar.
He was such a good man, a good soul.
I mean, the kids. Can you imagine how many kids he left crying? And that was really like I think it was Woo Rider earlier, or is either Woo Rider or Tennessee. I can't remember
Yeah.
which one said something about being when Hogan turned, and when Hogan turned, it was like that broke everybody because there was no real internet court per se, at the time. When that happened, nobody saw that coming. But when you sit there and think about it, he was coming out. They hadn't gotten their third man yet. Why wouldn't he have been it,
Randy, I'm glad that you mentioned the kids because we need to think of the kids. There were so many kids whose hearts were broken that night.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys before we head out an example.
Yep.
As we leave, I'm going to show a clip of some kids reacting to the treachery that is John Cena.
Well, hey, we forgot one more though that could be coming to help. Who? Somebody don't like to be told that he's not part of the board or whatever. I think Triple H might be one to think about.
Maybe.
Possibility.
Triple H could make an appearance.
Make an appearance, pedigree somebody, and say bye-bye.
All right, guys. This is a clip of actual kids reacting to John Cena's treachery.
John Cena and The Rock, I hate them so much. I hate them.
So dastardly.
Yeah.
Look at those kids.
That's just...
John Cena has no soul.
I mean,
his father's like...
That poor dad's got to sit there and...
Pure evil. Spike Fairy's right. This is pure evil.
Pure evil.
Oh, man. It's dastardly. So dastardly.
What the heck are you
Kids
doing?
like literally chucking the toys down the stairs.
What crap?
Yeah, he has got a lot of John Cena toys, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I guess he doesn't anymore, huh?
It's a story.
All right, guys. With that, I bid y'all's adieu. Thanks for checking us out. I guess you'll catch us on Wednesday, right, Randy?
I hope to be there, yeah, because I'm about to fall asleep as I sit here. So,
all right, man. Yeah, we're both sick, so we're gonna head out. Actually, I gotta hop on Rob's in a bit, so I'll see y'all's there, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.